My name is Bolaji Kofadekpe, the founder and CEO of Food Clique Support Initiative, a non-governmental organization striving to end hunger. How do we do this? We do this through distribution of perishable and non-perishable food items to people struggling with hunger, struggling with food poverty, and who are in need. Yes, Food Clique started in 2012 when we realized there was an increased number of people who were facing hunger. So I and some couple of friends decided that, wow, a lot of people hungry in Makoko, in Okobaba, which was not too far from my area, and I live very close to the slum. So seeing people all around, we said, oh, let's do something, and that was how Food Clique started in 2012. And since then, we've enjoyed a lot of success. We've fed a lot of people, children, homeless, physically challenged, and all around the world, most charities in the world, our number one challenge is fund. We all struggle for fund. We all try to get fund from the same people, but with the help of a couple of friends, Nigerians, and just like what you people are doing, we've been able to solve that problem. The SDG goal, which is the Sustainable Development Goal, is in line with our charity. Number 2 goal is zero hunger by 2013. And most of all the events we do and what Food Clique does is to see an end to hunger by 2030. And there has been an improvement since the SDG started. Last year, during World Food Day, we raised awareness about this. Come October 16, World Food Day will also be coming up, which is still in line with SDG, zero hunger, end to poverty all around the world. Food Clique impacts society through various programs. One is the community kitchen. Every last Saturday of the month is our community kitchen is open, whereby the physically challenged, homeless, they come and get a meal to eat. And the good thing about our community kitchen is that it's often said that beggars don't have a choice, but during our community kitchen, they have an opportunity of choosing what you want. If it's jollof rice you want, original Nigerian jollof rice. If it's semo you want, if it's vegetable you want, you have an option of choosing what you want to eat. That is the community kitchen. We have a school meal program, which we run in 5 schools presently. Come next week, we'll start in 2 more schools. Our school meal program is an avenue to keep kids in school. And we've seen a lot of success with the school meal, because through the school meals, more kids come to school. A lot of kids who suffer attention deficit, that has been reduced. And the most important thing is that there's joy among these kids. And also, apart from the school meal program, we have a family meal program. Every month, we select people from our database. Once you are registered, we do a background check on you. We give you non-perishable food items. Depending on the size of your family, these food items might last you for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and some, if you have a big family, for 1 week. So those are one of the few programs we are using to end hunger. Apart from that, also, we have an after-hunger rehabilitation program. Most of these people we feed, we also want to empower them. People tell us that don't give them fish, teach them how to fish. But before you can give them fish, they still need to eat something. So through our after-hunger rehabilitation program, once you've graduated from receiving food from us, we start teaching you some trades which you can learn. So these are some of the programs we are trying to ensure that we have zero hunger, poverty is reduced in Nigeria, and the most important thing, there's love amongst us. Success is measured through the impact. 1, because of the school meal program, using the school meal program, more kids are in school. That is one impact. Kids that basically don't want to come to school, don't enjoy coming to school, but because of this, they are also in school. Our community kitchen has been able to bring peace to our community. Back then, we do have a lot of internal conflict happening. But with our community kitchen, it brings the entire community together. We all sit down, what do we need? Oh, there's no transformer, this is what we need. So it's an avenue for people to always come out. So when you look at some of this impact we've achieved in the last couple of years, we can say to an extent we've enjoyed a few success. I must confess, Nigerians are really charitable people. Despite the fact that a lot of Nigerians live below poverty line, but anywhere you go, you see Nigerians are always willing and ready to help. Food Clique relies on charitable donations from Nigeria. For now, we don't get grants from foreign organizations. So when you look at the success we've achieved, the number of meals we've served since inception, during festive period, a lot of people are always coming out to give despite their own personal challenges. So when you look at all that, I can say, yes, maybe even beat my chest and say, Nigerians are the most charitable people in the world, because most of us, a lot of people don't have jobs, but you still see them still giving a helping hand to somebody who is in need. The essence of charity is to bridge the gap between the poor and the rich. So being International Charity Day, some of the things we'll be doing that we'll be packing food for the less privileged. Our community kitchen won't be open tomorrow, but apart from that, we'll be sending food to some homes. With the help of some of our partners, we also send foods to some homes. So we'll be sending rice, gari, noodles, spaghetti, and other food items, just to show that, oh, this is what we are also giving. And apart from that also, charity is not about giving. Volunteers would also come around to help. So even if you can't give, that's why we tell people that people say, oh, I can't volunteer with your charity because I don't have money. It's not about giving money. It's about service, is what you can give. Even coming down to your studio for this recording, it still can be termed as a charitable act from Guardian TV, and I must appreciate you for that. I was inspired by a friend who is now in Nigeria. He's the founder of Agents of Hope. He saw some of my posts on Facebook and decided to reach out to me and said, I know you can do more. And ever since then, we've been doing more. Tosin Ashafa has also been inspiration to some of the things we've been doing. And apart from that, I still believe the main people who inspire me are the volunteers of Food Clique. These are people who, I call them ordinary people. They go out of their way. Some of them, they have to travel far and wide just to help. So I can say these three people, Shola Salako, Tosin Ashafa, and most importantly, Food Clique volunteers. Those are the people who inspires me. Yes, in bridging the gap between food, shelter, my advice to government is for social intervention. You shouldn't leave, since you can't leave the security of the country into the hands of charity organization, you can't tell the charity organization to protect the security of the country. Definitely, shelter, feeding the community or feeding the country shouldn't be handed over to charitable organizations. So I think government should do more. They should support charity organizations. Here in Nigeria, government don't really support charity organizations. In developed countries, you see a lot of charity being supported by government. Apart from that also, charity organization has a way of creating jobs for people, like some of these top charity organizations, UNICEF, World Food Program. You see them employing people. But when you talk about charity organization here, people don't even want to listen to you. They always assume that if they donate 100 naira to you, they expect you to spend this 100 naira on charity organization. But forgetting that there are a lot of other costs which you also incur. But if government can help charity organization, they can also employ people. They employ drivers, they employ cleaners, they employ even some of these people that cook some of these food. So government should give more support to charity organization, and companies supporting charity organization, if there's a tax rebate for them, like Guardian TV for supporting charity organization, at the end of the year, if there's a reduction in the number in the tax you'll be paying, by that, more people want to support charity organization. But since there's no incentive from the government, a lot of people don't support charity organization. So I think if government can take these steps, tax rebate for charity organization, grant for charity organization. Also, one other problem charity organization face is the bottleneck when it comes to registering this charitable organization. Some people charge as much as 250,000 to register a charity organization. And when you look at this cost, you just say, oh, let me sit down. Somebody else will do it. I see Food Clique making more impact, having our own food pantry whereby people can always walk in to get food. We are not trying to encourage people to be lazy, that, oh, you want people to come into you. But who are the people we are talking about? We are talking about children. These are people who can't help themselves. They need a support system. Like our school meal program is a support system from kids from poor homes. The poor would always be amongst us, but the hungry shouldn't always be among us. Apart from that, we have the senior citizen. Yes, they've worked, they've served the country, they've retired. These are people above 70 or even above 60 years. They've served and they've retired. How do these people survive? Yes, there's, what's this thing they receive every month? Yes, they receive their pension. But when you look at this pension, let's assume your pension is 30,000 naira. In the next 15 years, your pension might not be changing. As you grow old, you want to pay for health insurance, you want to pay for everything. But when you look at all these costs, and some of them even have their grandchildren living with them, when you look at all this money you are spending on some of these things, how much you will have left from your pension? But with organizations like Food Clique, you can say, okay, I use my pension for this to take care of my house rent. I can always walk up to Food Clique once in a month and get a food supply that can last. So that is where I see Food Clique in the next 10 years having our own food pantry.